Have you ever felt like there was something more, something inside of you that was trying to get out, but you couldn't quite break through whatever that was? And everything that you did, you just felt stuck, like you're just going in a loop. Let's jump right into it. How we're going to gain clarity and realign with our true self, realign our compass so we can move forward in life and be successful and feel good and be happy and all those good things. Today, I want to talk about recalibrating your internal compass. This is your GPS to your true north, which is alignment with who you really are internally, your soul's journey, what you're doing here. A lot of people get scared away if you talk about purpose and meaning in life, because we can't necessarily really say what someone's purpose or meaning is, or if there is meaning. I'm not going to get into that discussion in this video, but I heard recently a video that was talking about how your purpose is to discover your gift, and then the meaning of life is to give it away. I've discovered my gift. I've gotten clarity on it, and now I'm giving it away and I'm sharing it with you all. And I'm going to try to simplify it and break it down for you. The thing is, it is simple. A lot of this is simple. It's just the basics, but it is not easy. Life is simple, but it's not easy. If you're here today, you're taking the first steps to move forward and to get unstuck. So I'm going to help you out. I'm going to have 3 keys for you near the end of this video that's going to help you, and it's going to ignite the series of videos that I'm going to have on gaining clarity and moving forward and setting your goals and being consistent, all that good stuff. But first, we need to realign. We need to recalibrate our internal compass so that we can use that as our GPS to get to where we want to get to. A lot of times we do things in reverse. We want this thing, it's this desire that we have. What is it that we really want? And we think of these goals and all this, but the mental's not there. The spiritual's not aligning with it. A lot of that's more material, and it's not aligning with our true self, our soul purpose of what we're doing here. We know everything that's going on in the world. It is hard for us to want like material things, knowing all these things that are going on in the world, right? I struggled with that for a while, of being not minimalistic but simplistic, going small. You saw my journey in an RV and van. If you haven't, go back and watch some of my videos. I documented that. So I was living simply. I had everything with me, all my possessions with me at the time. And I did that for a while, but then I realized after doing it that I actually do want some things. I actually do want this and that, and it looks a little bit different. And I can have a level of luxury and a level of materialistic things in the way that I want to see that. And for me, that's success in my life. Success is going after a worthy goal, a worthy cause. And we don't need to think of goals and things as these physical, tangible, capitalistic things and hustle culture. It is a cause. It is a project you're working towards. It is the journey. It's about the journey. It's who you become going towards that thing. And as you move forward, you gain clarity, which is why I always say action creates clarity. Because once you start to move, you're going to know what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work. You may fall on your face, which is what I'm going to talk about in a second. My midlife crisis that I had recently. And, but then you get up, you learn, you keep moving, right? So it's going after a worthy cause. You just have to find out what that cause is. That's that internal flame that's in you. That's your true nature, your true self. So today, let's figure out how to recalibrate so that we can find our true nature, our true self, and move towards that worthy cause. What is that thing that we really desire, we really want? And it could just be something basic and simple for you right now. You just want to lose some weight. Cool, that's fine. I'm going to help you recalibrate the internal compass so that you can be consistent and actually get results and move forward. And from that, you're going to gain clarity on other goals that you want. And you're going to continue to watch these videos. Go ahead and subscribe and like this video right now. And you're going to find out more about yourself and what you want and how you can make an impact. I've pivoted a lot in my life because I've experienced a lot of things, and I've had to maneuver and be resilient, and building that internal strength inside of me has helped me. And that's why I share what I do. I want to talk about my midlife crisis that I had recently before we jump into this. So I just realized that a midlife crisis is around my age. It's just crazy. And I've had a lot of pivots in life, and I've done a lot of random things, but it's full circle moments, and it's amazing when you see that happen. And a lot of them happened recently. Fell on my face. I went into debt, like mad debt. Almost had my car repossessed. Just no money coming in. I was reigniting that passion, and I quit my job, and I was doing all that, and then things weren't moving forward. And I realized that a midlife crisis is midlife, right? Oh, that's crazy. So I realized that, and I'm like, I need to help others who may be going through the same thing. It was very hard, very dark, depressive time. And it was a lot of resistance, and like you're running in circles and you just feel stuck and you can't breathe. Trust me, I get it. It's hard. So when you hear me talking about your thoughts and thinking more positive and getting rid of limiting beliefs, I'm talking from experience as well, not just information that I've gained. And which is why I'm going to show you how to realign, right? But through that midlife crisis, it just, like I said, a lot of things came full circle. A lot of clarity came from it. Realignment came from it, which is why I want to talk about this, because it's very important right now. And, I'm starting over. So let's get into it. How do we gain clarity, get unstuck, and realign with our true self? This is that GPS to show us how to get to where we want to get to, right? A lot of us start from the ending. We want our desire, but our beliefs and our thoughts are not aligning. And this is probably why you're struggling and why you feel stuck, is that we are not in alignment. That's why we need to realign our compass, right? The thing is, a lot of times our thoughts and beliefs don't align. So we're looking like this. Like sometimes we believe, sometimes we don't, sometimes we believe, sometimes we don't. This is a foundational structure that I found early on in my personal development journey. And it is that your beliefs create your thoughts. Your thoughts create your words. Your words create your actions. Your actions create your habits, right? But what's after that? Your habits create your character. It's how you show up, right? And your character creates your destiny, as they say. These are our desires, right? Our goals. This is the destiny that we want. Okay, we co-create in this world. And this is like free will, right? And then this who we are. Okay? Who are we? We try to embody this new version of ourselves, and that's what I was doing during my midlife crisis. Was like, okay, I had clarity on who I was and what I wanted to do, my desires and who I was, but it was not aligning with these. And this is really big. This is important. This is your subconscious mind. This is what they say paradigm, which is a series of habits, but they come from a belief. Okay, they come from your subconscious thoughts. These are beliefs and thoughts that you've accumulated over your life. They're ingrained in you since you're a child. You get some from school, you get some from experiences in life, but these are past experiences, these are memories, and you use that as how you dictate the world that you walk through. So these dictate your perception on life, right? But how do we get this in alignment with this? This is where you need to be right now. A big thing though is this creates like our identity. This is really big, and we'll talk more about that later. But our identity is our true self. We're aligning with our true self. Your habits, which this is a struggle because your habits are not aligning with what you want here or here. We're out of alignment. So let's get back into alignment. How do we do that? Start from this, our beliefs. But the thing is, if you do not truly believe you are worthy of this, if you do not truly believe that you are this person that you're embodying, you're faking it till you make it, it's not going to work. You're out of alignment. And that's the struggle that we're having right now. And also your actions aren't aligning with either one of these. So we're going to start with our beliefs. Our thoughts would be more of those affirmations as well. This is the next level above your subconscious. This is your mind. This is logic. But we need to go deeper. We need to go into what our true beliefs are. And this can be a struggle because there's a barrier. You have a barrier between a lot of these. So to knock down the walls of this, it takes going deep into your subconscious mind. Right before bed / when you're in like REM sleep, that's when you can influence your subconscious mind the most. Meditation helps. That's why I suggest it a lot. Because if you do breath work followed by meditation, your body is now in a state to receive. But if it's not in the state to receive, you're resisting. You have a block up. So we cannot influence this. I mean, this is horrible drawing, but follow along with me, please. We can't influence that if we have this wall up. So in order to take the wall down, we need to put our body in a state of receiving. But you've been in survival, especially if you're stuck, you're struggling, you're resisting, you're trying to get out by yourself. You cannot do that. You have to stop. That's the pause, which we don't like. There's a pause. There's purpose in the pause. If you continue to struggle, just like quicksand and things, you're going to dig yourself a deeper hole. So you need to pause and realize that there's a reason why things aren't working the way they're working. And then we go into our subconscious mind, because there is a belief that is not in alignment with the rest of these things. And this takes deep work. This is that soul work. They say that you cannot have a physical change or mental change until you have a spiritual change. That's why I talk about the spiritual side of things a lot. That's why I talk about holistic lifestyle, because it's the whole body. It's your mind, it's your body, and it's your spirit. Okay, that's not the best. It should be more like that. All right. And then in here is your true self. But you can't get into there until you crack your subconscious, your deep belief systems that have been rooted. These are memories. These are things that get triggered when the outside influences happen and they just come up. It's how you react, right? We can change those. And then we can change our actions and our words and our desires and our character. This is how we gain clarity. And I highly suggest grounding, getting out in nature. Okay, if you can't because it's snowing or whatever the situation is, they have a lot of things nowadays to help you ground. They have these mats that you plug into the plug on the wall and you put your feet on it. They have the sheets for that as well. You can meditate and breath work. I put those in the same because I like to do them together. And journaling. These are the main types of deep work, of understanding yourself more on a spiritual level. And like I said, it's yourself. So we are going into our beliefs of ourself, of our identity. We want it to be something that happens unconsciously. We want it to get to that point. Repetition helps that. Hypnosis helps with that. People are finding that that's a good therapy now. So for me, it's personal hypnosis. A form of that is, like I said, getting into state. And you get into state through flow, which is when you're creating and you zone out, or you're doing the thing that you're good at, but there's just enough level of challenge to where you're just in the zone. And they say that that's like a spiritual experience, because the outside world kind of disappears from around you, and time either slows down or speeds up. You don't realize how much time is spent, but that's a state of flow. In order to get in a state of flow, these things help you, because you're not worried about the outside. You're not thinking about all these other things. We're only doing this, which is tapping into ourselves. It's purposely pausing to listen. And they say that God whispers, right? But you can't hear the whispers if you're not listening. And it's a whisper, so you have to be quiet. And a lot of people can't be quiet. Silence is deafening, as they say. But I think that that's because they're running from what's really in there, because they're afraid of the shadow. You cannot be afraid of the shadow, though. It's there to teach you. It's not something to be feared. You go towards it, and you learn what you need to learn, and we let it out. We use different therapies to help with this. But this is how we gain clarity. We have to go deeper to the subconscious mind. Congratulations if you made it this far in the video. I'm going to give you 3 pillars to help us work on this. Your 3 pillars to freedom. Everybody knows freedom. It looks differently. It's going to be time, money, love, health. So those are usually the 4 things under freedom that people want, right? You want something in that. So in order to gain that freedom, in order to tap into this, to break that wall down, to gain clarity, to realign, we need to work on our state of being, and our story, what we tell ourselves, and then we create a strategy. I'm going to help you do that. I'm creating something also that will help you do that. So stick around for that. That's coming in 2025, early 2025. But in order to gain freedom, here are 3 pillars: state, story, and strategy. Your state is your state of being. This is that alignment. This is how you move through life. It's that energy that you carry with you and that clarity that you carry with you, that compass, your internal GPS. Your story dictates why you do what you do, who you are, what you're doing it for. You know, you've created this now identity, and this aligns with your new story. And then after your story, we said we will have our strategy on how to be consistent, how to continue to grow and accomplish these things, and to see this come to fruition, because it is possible. Those things are possible. Whatever it is you're feeling inside, it is possible. You wouldn't have it if it wasn't possible. The thing is, we need to gain clarity first. We need to tap into that. So we are focusing on our state over these next few videos. How do we change our state? How do we align with our beliefs? And like I told you, these are big. Do not jump over this. This is something that I realized recently, working with my mentors and finding mentors to watch. So I follow only very specific people, and I pick out 2 to 3 people that are my mentors, and I just consume their content, and I really watch how they do things, what they're saying. Just like if you read a book again, you're going to see something different. You're going to hear something different. So that's why I continuously consume only these people, which I call my mentors, because I need to hear what it is they're really saying. What is the one thing I need to focus on right now? I can go back and rewatch it after I've done that thing and then start to do the next thing. But right now, hopefully you're listening. If you truly want to get unstuck, this is it. This is going to help you. We're going to start with your state of being, how you show up, the frequency that you carry, that energy that you carry, your aura, right? This is your state of being. But if you do not know who you are, your true self, if you're not working on that, if you're not aligning with who you really are, what you really want to do here, your purpose, whatever you want to call it, having meaning in life, which you can give it meaning. Okay, we don't have to take somebody else's story. You create your own story. So in order to do that, though, we have to learn ourselves. We have to slow down. We have to pause, listen, learn ourselves, and we do that through these things. So please hear me. Grounding helps a lot. It helps to de-stress your body. It helps to regulate your nervous system. This is medicine for you. That sunlight is medicine for you. Touching the ground is medicine for you. The earth gives off a frequency. The Schumann resonance is the vibration and the energy that is natural. And your body is not in a natural state because you're so stressed and you're moving and you're chaotic inside. And you feel all this inside because you are out of alignment. So to get into alignment, ground, meditate, and breathe. Meditation means focusing. It means improving your attention span. You're not a lost cause on your attention span. We can grow new neural pathways. We can improve our brain and our cognition of understanding and focus. But you have to work for it. That's the thing. Some of you are too lazy for that. You just want it to be given to you. You want to just hear it real quick and then do it. And that's it. That's not how this works. You have to put the work in. That's a part of the journey. Because then it will be worth it. If you don't, it's not worth it. So meditate. Work on focus. Work on improving your brain power and your capabilities, your mental capabilities. Grounding helps. Breathing is so simple. It's so easy. But some of you breathe only through your mouth, and you shallow breathe, and you wonder why you're so anxious and things like that. Okay, this could be a portion of why you are. Because when you do that, you're putting your body in a stressful mode. We're changing our state. So we need to calm our body. Intentionally calm it. We don't need to medicate and use chemicals and things like that all the time. Yes, they can help. They can assist. But these are natural ways to go about doing this. These are habits to develop. You don't just do this and stop. This is a lifestyle, the holistic lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. So you are incorporating this into your lifestyle now. If you want change, you have to incorporate this into your lifestyle to some degree. Meditation and breath work can look different. It's focusing on something to increase your attention span. It's slowing your breathing down so that you can move with intention and pay attention to the things that are happening around you. Everything's a miracle. Everything was created by someone from somewhere at some point. It was all an idea before it came to creation. So slow down and appreciate those things. Bring that gratitude in. That's big. Gratitude. I put that on here because that's like the main thing. Gratitude, which will ignite a lot of this for you, is if you start to be grateful. But that more so goes under thoughts, because that's a conscious thing that you're doing. But that helps throughout this whole process. Journaling. Get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper. I know so many people. I have a friend, I would tell him all the time. Last time we had met up, he actually was writing it in his notes on his phone finally. I know that a lot of men, for some reason, feel like writing in a journal is like writing in a diary, and they don't want to do it, or whatever the reason is, or they got to have some kind of prompt to do it, or whatever. No, just get a notebook, get a sheet of paper. I don't care what it is. Get a piece of cardboard, get a dry erase board. Write down your thoughts, write down your feelings, write down whatever it is you want to write down for that day. Do this on a continuous basis. And then you start to see a pattern. You don't remember a lot of things just by your memory. You can't trust your memory. You only keep certain snippets, and even that is not giving you the true full picture. I mean, how do you remember things from like years ago? That's very hard, especially to remember exactly as it is. But if you write things down, you put a date on it, you can go back and look at it, and you'll see clearer. You'll understand it better. So journaling is pretty big. I just go out to the park and I just write down my thoughts for the week, what happened, what went well, what didn't, what I want to improve on, how I'm feeling, what's the weather like, whatever the thing is that I want to write at the time. Sometimes it's a bit more deep. Sometimes it's really not that deep. But get it out of your head and onto something physical. Preferably paper or something like that, because you can keep it. These are ways that you can change your state and dive into who you truly are so that we can realign and get unstuck. If you have not done these things, you will continue to get stuck. No matter how much you try to move forward, and you may think you're going forward, you're not, because we need to align with our true selves. Once you've done these things, it's going to start to open up that clarity. The fog is going to clear because you've gotten those thoughts out of your head. We're moving that energy from our head out to the paper. Okay, we're moving that energy out through our breath. We're really intentionally slowing things down and appreciating those things around us when we meditate. We're also visualizing the good things when we meditate, not the bad things. And then when we ground, it's helping our physical body get into a state to align with those thoughts that we're having, to align with the visions that we are envisioning, so that you can vibrate in a smoother way and we can be in flow with our true selves. And then you'll start to gain clarity. These are action steps to take to gain that clarity. So before you leave from this video, leave me a comment. What action are you taking to gain clarity? Do it this week and let me know how it goes for you. I'm actually going to make a video on how to change your state through doing these things next. And I'm going to give you even deeper examples of how to do that and what I do in my personal daily life to continue to do this. Because even once you find clarity and you're moving forward, there are times where you have to use these skills, these tools, to help you when work's just getting overloaded, chaos, the family, all these things are happening. These are good ways to, again, realign in the moment, to pause, to remember why you're doing what you're doing, so you can move forward with the energy that is needed to go forward. So as I end this video, I just want to let you know that this is not just personal development, just information to consume and to kind of write down some notes on. This is your life story. At this moment, your life is changing. You get to write what happens next. You get to make the plot twist that nobody's expecting, not even yourself in this moment. Use these steps. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Leave me a comment on what's your biggest insight. I hope to see you in the next video. Before you leave, remember to breathe, smile, even if you have nothing to smile about, and give yourself grace through your growing pains, through this new season in your life. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video.